My organs are failing. So you want to get off your couch and start making some healthy lifestyle changes. Good on you. But I've got some bad news. It'll take months, maybe even years to achieve your dream physique. So it's important to have a strong motivator so you can stay consistent regardless of what life throws at you. Take me for example. I started going to the gym in college. And the reason was a pretty straightforward one. I wanted to be attractive to women. But of course, anyone who's been to the gym for long enough will know that getting a Cobra back, Death Star delts, and balloons for pecs won't get you any girls. And you'll come to the realization that no amount of weight you lift is gonna change that. So the focus quickly goes from wanting women to compliment and flock to you, to instead seeking validation from other men. So once you've decided to commit to getting a gym membership, the first thing that usually comes to mind is what should I do and how often should I do it? So to answer that question, one thing you need to know is that no matter what workout split you decide to do, anyone and everyone will tell you that your split sucks. So it's important to understand that everyone has different goals, and what you decide to do will depend on the time you can actually allocate to going to the gym. For example, if you're a student with a lot of time in your hands, you may want to consider a 5-day split. Or if you have a full-time job, doing 2 full body workouts a week is completely fine. Or in the off chance that you want to be the next Mr. Olympia, you may want to consider a 6-day bro split along with weekly visits to your GP to get your blood work done, 6 to 8 daily reps of going down to your local McDonald's, obviously ordering everything on the menu, and topping it off with 2 family-sized cheesecakes. Now the first year of going to the gym is a feeling close to what I would describe as your balls dropping for the second time. The years of inactivity you brush off just by sticking to a somewhat consistent routine, you're naturally going to be blessed with sick gains. Fuck's sake. It'll be the only time when the relationship between how much you work and how many inches you put on your chest is somewhat linear. Seeing consistent progress and lines you never thought lines would be feels great. And as physique goals go from, I don't want to get as big as him, to, in optimal, I want to become a triangle. Overall confidence in yourself skyrockets, as every mirror that you walk past becomes an excuse to take off your shirt, hit a nutty front double bicep, and almost shit your pants. This is also about the time that you realize your diet is the most important factor to achieving your body goals. And me being a huge enjoyer of anything with flavor seriously struggled when it came to this department. So finding creative ways to make healthy foods enjoyable while hitting my macro goals became one of my favorite pastimes.
Beat your meat.
But that was until I had an encounter involving a date, which put me off from coming up with my own recipes and instead sticking to what's conventionally accepted in society. So there was a time in college where I realized that buying a whole chicken was cheaper than buying a pack of chicken breasts from my local supermarket. And I came up with the idea of buying a whole bunch of chickens and stuffing them with rice and various vegetables so I could easily throw it into a pot and make a soup out of it. Shut up, it's not gross, I'm a genius. I invited the date over for a nice home-cooked meal, the menu obviously being a whole chicken. But when we eventually finished up our dinner, she told me that she was craving ice cream. Foreseeing this event would unfold, I bought some in the morning and stuffed it in my freezer just in case. But when she walked over to the fridge and opened it, there was nothing in it other than a pot of pistachio ice cream wedged in between 30 whole chickens packed tighter than a Chinese poultry farm, staring directly at her. Anyway, she left early and never spoke to me again. In any case, if you really want to make the most out of the work you're putting into the gym, then picking up some supplements might be a good option. The most commonly taken supplements which you might want to consider is creatine, which helps you with strength and power output, fish oil for joint health and reducing inflammation, and of course protein to hit your daily macros without having to scoff down the colorless concoction you've whipped up in the kitchen for the 5th time today. I also like to think of music as another type of performance enhancing supplement. So I created a pyramid scheme, I mean a diagram. And this diagram categorizes what type of gym goer you are depending on the type of music you listen to during your workouts. Level 1. This is reserved for people who do cardio and rest for 10 minutes between sets. Level 2. You actually lift. Level 3. You might want to double check if you're sexually attracted to men. Level 4. I recommend therapy. And finally, we have level 5. No one believes you when you say that you're natural. Eventually, after going to the gym for a while, the dreams of getting yoked enough to get caught up in a Greg Doucette video start to feel distant, because you'll eventually hit a plateau. Progress will slow down, adding 10 pounds in a lift will take years, and the 6-month cycle of feeling like you're the shit to feeling like a piece of shit, only to put on a fraction of the muscle compared to when you first started, begins to feel pointless. So then you come to the dreaded crossroads of any natural gym goer, of which there are only 4 real options. Give up, put on 40 pounds and become a powerlifter, keep going for the love of the game, and finally, anabolic steroids. If you decide to go for the latter, it's important to be aware of the potential side effects, which are Tic Tacs for testicles, limbs giving up on you, barking at every door frame you don't fit through, not living past the age of 40, severe acne, crippling anxiety, and good news, now you're actually mad, bad, and bald. But does any of that really matter if you're shredded and take up 2 seats on a plane? Didn't think so. On the other hand, if you choose to keep lifting for the love of the game, then I only have 3 pieces of advice for you. First, you're not small, it's just the lighting. Second, Even if your collagens aren't thick, at least your hair will be. And finally, downing 4 scoops of creatine, snorting some ammonia, and injecting pre-workout straight into your veins usually makes the feelings of inadequacy go away.